Welcome to a bonus edition of Cubicle Chat with Kimmie,
Kesia,
and Renee.
Get up close and personal with us as we share our stories, thoughts, and shenanigans with you. So grab your favorite adult beverage, sit back, and enjoy our Cubicle Chat. Hey there, friends. Well, here we are, 1 year in the making. In the month of May, we launched Rikiki Productions and started our very first podcast show titled What the Fun. I can't believe it's been a year, ladies. Yay!
Yay! We got this down.
No, we don't. No, we don't. We're still figuring it out every single time. We learn something new.
Geez, I mean, this was a conversation that started a year ago back in Renee's cubicle. Hence why we have these cubicle chats in every episode, is because last year we talked about doing something cool, doing something fun. And I think we were talking about like trying to create some fashion, beauty, cooking type
Oh my gosh.
Was it a podcast show or was it webisode? Something like filming, something to put us out there. And then the idea, I think Renee brought a podcast idea, and that's where it just exploded from there. And we were thinking of ideas like, what kind of show will this be? What are we going to do? What kind of fun stuff? And then, all three of us are in the entertainment industry. So what better than to focus on all things entertainment with professionals in the entertainment industry.
All our friends.
Literally all of our friends. Thank you, friends, for being
Thank you.
Heck yeah, I would say like a good 65%. No, everyone on the show.
Everyone on the show thus far has been a friend or has come through a friend. So it's like we know them directly or they've been referred to us, like highly referred to us. And that just goes to show like the pool of people that we have, you know, in our lives that are so talented. They're so talented.
I never realized I knew so many cool people.
We know more.
I know. I can't believe it. 1 whole year, ladies.
Yes.
We should be so proud of ourselves. We launched a podcast during a pandemic from our homes. So, you know, like that's something to be proud of.
And we learned so much about each other in that 1 year. Oh, we've bonded.
Yeah, we've had good moments. That's for sure.
Well, one of the things we're definitely going to be talking about is like our favorite moments on the show. I mean, there's a lot of great moments. It's kind of hard to pick like certain moments that made us laugh or something that just made us, you know, sit there and be like, that was deep. That was good. And, you know, another thing, too, that, you know, I definitely wanted to talk about are like those words of wisdom, you know, from each of our guests that left us inspired, you know, so, that has motivated us and also our listeners, you know. So we're going to talk about all the best moments and the best words of wisdoms and everything in between.
Yes. So in putting this episode together, we've gone through a lot of the previous recordings and pulled up the stuff that we found resonated with us. And a lot of the things that resonated with me personally were the shenanigans that we kind of just happened to stumble onto. Kimmie constantly pimped us out. I mean, some of this stuff didn't make it past the editing floor.
I would like to make some correction here. It's more so marketing us. I mean, you gotta promote, right? So
yeah,
we were
ourselves. Yeah. I mean, by this point, we've done what? We've been in a comic book with Simon Curtis. We've been in T2's Magic Act in Vegas.
Three beautiful assistants, by the way.
3 beautiful assistants, yes. 3 witches for Simon. That was what that was about.
Oh my gosh, that was so funny.
And we've been in the dating game with BJ, and I mean, there's so many other ones too that were cut. You know, we've been in we've been with the DJs with DJ Icy Ice and Double Play. I think that we were like their sidekicks at one point. We
VIP list. That was the
VIP list. We were with Wendell.
With Nicholas on the runway.
Red
in
carpet,
his movie.
And in his movie. Exactly.
And in his movie. Oh my gosh, that's so true.
Listen here, ladies. We need to make a mark. We need to make our mark in every aspect of the entertainment industry. And if I have to pimp us out, by golly, I will.
Right, 2022 is going to be very busy in everybody's stuff. We are booked and blessed for 2022, everybody.
At this point, people will have to talk to our agents because we're in demand.
Oh, man. That'll be fun. Anyways. Oh, and of course, Beyonce.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
All things Beyonce. Every single day of my life. So.
Man, yeah, she made a lot of appearances during our cubicle chat.
She didn't even know. She didn't even know.
She was a part of everything.
I believe that Paul Rico's episode, which I think is episode 2, was half of it was all about Beyonce.
Always about
being
Beyonce.
Inspired by her.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so here I want to share one of my favorite moments from our season, and that was from season 1, and it was episode 1 with Jason Daunter, the stage manager, who also was on Broadway, and also had his show where he was doing some virtual sessions with the performing arts projects with Jason, and it's still thriving, which we are so happy for him.
Yes, they've had their 1 year anniversary.
Oh yeah,
good job,
congratulations, Jason.
See, their 1 year, our 1 year. My, have we grown? Oh gosh, it was in season 1, episode 1, where I confessed and admitted, because it was a pandemic and we were at home and we weren't going anywhere, and it's all about saving money, right? I mean, we got a budget. I mean, I wasn't working, so where was the money? Ain't got no money. So what do we got to do? We got to save. I admitted that I didn't shower. Now, when I think about it, maybe it was a bit much. Maybe I should have showered more. But I didn't shower for 5 days.
Yeah, 5 days. And I don't think it had anything to do with your budget. You were just like, I'm going to enjoy my time off. This is a quarantine, so I'm not going to bathe. And no one's going to know because I'm at home.
Oh my gosh.
And you know what? And if anyone, I mean, yeah, I never went out. It was only FaceTime. And if it was FaceTime, I was able to mask what I looked like.
Well, let's relive that moment then, Kimmie. Let's play back you admitting to our listeners that you didn't take a shower for 5 days.
Oh boy.
I am proud to say that, living as a minimalist, it's helped me save a lot on laundry, water cost. My husband's not proud.
Kimmie, just so everybody knows, how many times have you taken a shower?
Collectively in this past week?
Yeah. So let's say, so today is Wednesday. So from this Wednesday to last Wednesday, how many times have you taken a shower?
Okay, I don't want anyone judging me. Again, quarantine made me do this. But if I didn't take a shower last night, today would have been day 5.
Yes.
Okay, that was funny. Another funny moment here, y'all, is the time when, so this was with the DJs, DJ Icy Ice and DJ Double Play. And this was also in our Cubicle chat before we introduced the DJs. But we were talking about one of our previous bonus Cubicle chat episodes, and it was titled You Had Me at Cracker Barrel, but we were talking about the Filet-O-Fish.
No, was it Filet-O-Fish?
No, it was You Had Me at Filet-O-Fish.
Oh gosh, oh my gosh. See, we have so many episodes. I'm forgetting all these episodes.
And this episode resonated with a lot of our listeners.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. And it probably opened up a lot of people's eyes, and now they have respect for the Filet-O-Fish. But we did have that segment, You Had Me at Filet-O-Fish. And Renee and I went off on a tangent talking about how much we love the Filet-O-Fish, how we love to pet it and caress the bun because it's soft.
I like to eat it. This was all Kimmie.
Yeah, I don't think Renee said she liked to pet or caress.
It was on me. But she does support the
I did admit that it was adorable. But
it's adorable. And I will admit that I do take pictures with the Filet-O-Fish. Like I do have it, I'll place it on the palm of my hand, and I'll take pictures and I'll love it and I'll caress it. But in that bonus Cubicle chat, we just kept going on and about it. Well, in another episode, we brought up the Filet-O-Fish, and Kesia was not about the Filet-O-Fish. She was adamant. She hates it. I don't like it. No, never gonna eat it. Never ever gonna eat it. No. But we were dying when Kesia was like, nope. I was dying at least when she was not going to have any of that Filet-O-Fish. Let's listen to that clip.
I still don't understand the Filet-O-Fish.
You still haven't had the Filet-O-Fish, have you?
No, and I will never, because I don't like fish and I don't eat gluten. So it's like...
She will never. But that doesn't mean you can't appreciate its look and pet it and take a picture with it and be like, you're the most beautiful bun ever.
Oh my God, I can't. I still can't even. I'm thinking about it.
Oh, but you don't know what you're missing out. It's crunchy and warm and golden, but then it has this splatter of tartar sauce. You have to
That is not selling it. That's not selling the Filet-O-Fish.
That's what makes it so fun, is because you'll take one bite and you'll be like, there's no tartar sauce. You'll take another bite and you're like, no, still no tartar sauce. And then you take a third bite and you're like, oh, there's a tartar sauce.
There's a tartar sauce. And it's spilling out of the sandwich at the same time.
Yeah.
That's gross. That's gross.
That is gross.
Kesia, what about you? What's your favorite moment?
I think one of my favorite moments that just comes to mind comes from our bonus Cubicle chats. And it was the Christmas episode, and was when we were talking about New Year's, and Renee was telling us about her New Year's traditions, about what to do to make sure that if you don't want to cry for the year, to fill up a glass of water halfway and then throw it outside. Let's play that back for us. Let's play that moment back.
Do you guys have any traditions for New Year's?
No, not really. I just sleep through it.
Oh gosh. Okay, so there's things that you have to do. If you want to travel for the year, you grab a suitcase. It doesn't matter if it's empty or not. You put it on the front door, and at midnight, you run out with it. You just run out with the suitcase, okay? And then you'll be traveling for the year. The other thing you do is that you eat 12 green grapes, and then you'll have money for the year. Then you put green lentils, 12 little green lentils in a little piece of foil paper. You fold it up, you have it, and you have a $1 bill. And at midnight, you wrap the little foil into the $1 bill, and you put that in your wallet at midnight, and you'll have money.
Very interesting traditions, Renee.
Yes. Oh, and if you don't want to cry, you fill up a glass of water and you throw it outside at midnight.
This is a lot of work. I'm not going to lie to you.
Can you tell me about the money one again? Because I could use some cash this year.
12 green grapes. 12 green grapes. You eat them at midnight.
Just 12 green grapes.
12
but also the lentils.
And the lentils.
Do you have to do both?
You can do both if you want to be like sure of it, right? But
I need to be sure of it and then some.
Yeah. So the green lentils, you put them in a little piece of foil paper and then you like fold it. And at midnight, you're going to wrap that with the dollar bill and put that in your wallet. And that goes with you, whatever wallet you go to for the rest of the year. So if you change wallets, that gets changed into it too. Okay, because that'll guarantee money. Tell me, I have so many little foil papers everywhere.
Wait a minute, wait a cotton picking minute. So you take the lentils and put them in little mini foil and you wrap it in $1. Keeping that $1 in your wallet definitely guarantees the money in your wallet the whole time.
Because you have money.
Is it going to add more? Is it going to add more?
You have money. And then you eat the green grapes, that'll give you more abundance of money.
I'm going to have to try this. And if it does work, then dinner's on me.
Kimmie, how's your money?
My wallet is still empty.
Do you have the $1 in there with the lentils?
Well, there's $1, but I had to use it. I was short.
You can't use it. You can't use
the $1. The $1 is wrapped around the lentils for a reason. It stays in your You broke it.
2022 is the year.
Well, you should have told me that. I thought there was an expiration date. I thought that's like only for during.
And then you take that $1 and you wrapped in the lentils and the foil paper.
2022,
whatever
I'll be filthy
wallet
rich.
You go to.
Kesia's calling it 2022. I'll be filthy rich.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, such good stuff. Riri, tell us yours.
Well, my favorite moment was a little bit more on the serious side. I mean, there are a lot of favorite moments. Trust me, my list was very long, but we had to pick a few. So I think the one that resonated the most was Jolene's episode, Purdy's episode, which was episode 17. And she spoke about, working as an actor in television and film, and just as an actor, period, because she does theater as well. And ultimately, it's just about being yourself, and how that shines through. And that really resonated with me because it just did, for the reasons that I talk about in the podcast. But it was simply because it just resonated with me because we're all people of color, and we have our issues or whatever, or what we might think is an issue and think it's an impediment to get the job, and then we don't. Mm-hmm. As long as we are ourselves and are true to who we are, there's going to be the right role will be there for us. And I think that's a great moment that I really enjoyed. Plus, I really liked when she was talking about her daughter being a bully. I thought that was really funny too.
It was really funny.
So let's roll it.
But as I got older and I worked with some like seasoned actors and singers, I realized like I don't need to try and fit in the box. Like I create my own box, and I have all these other things that someone else isn't going to have, because these are the things that make me unique. These are the things that make me stand out. And instead of trying to hide them and dim that aspect, I can celebrate them and actually use them. So I used to go into a room, my reps and my casting director fans, like bring me in for anything. So I can get like, oh, this person's 60 years old, come in for this. And I'm like, okay. Or this person is African-American, come in for this. And I'm like, but it's just out of the box casting, truly diverse casting.
Yeah.
So when they were bringing me in for like the hot blonde women, it was intimidating to sit there and look at a bunch of like hot actresses. I was like, well, this isn't going to go well. Or like I go into an Asian call and I'm like, well, this isn't going to go well. Like same kind of thing in a different way.
Yeah.
Until I finally got to the point where I realized I don't have to do anything to stand out. Like literally, I'm going to just stand out and I just get to shine. And they either want it or they don't. And so many times now, casting directors will bring me in to be the out of the box for producers to see like, I know you envisioned it this way, but look what it could be. And I don't book every time they do that, but I've booked enough now.
See, isn't that, I think she was fabulous. She made me smile a lot throughout that interview. And then that led into like the words of wisdom, which I think is perhaps the surprise, I think, for us. We didn't know we were going to end up with words of wisdom, and it happened on our first episode, and then we didn't walk away from it. And it became our super soul, Oprah-inspired Winfrey moment. But then then I think it also ended up molding what the podcast became about, which is like almost like its own little masterclass where these really talented folks get to express what they do and what inspires them, their process, and who they are.
Yeah. Kimmie, what was your favorite words of wisdom moment?
You know, I really loved the episode with Aurelie and Laura. You know, these two ladies are, one, hardworking, busy actors, and secondly, they're mothers, actors by day or sometimes at night, and parents. You know, they're mothers at the end of the day, and the thing is that, you know, in the acting industry can be very challenging. It's very competitive, you know, and these ladies, they truly, and Aurelie used the word like hustle. You really have to, you know, find your hustle. And for both Aurelie and Laura, they were like bulldogs that hustled their way into these auditions. And even though these casting directors were looking for, you know, a certain look, they didn't let that one look deter them from auditioning. You know, they wanted to still give it a shot because who knows? And I believe it was Aurelie. She said that, you know, it's one thing that, you know, they're looking for one look, but then when you show up, you know, who knows, you might change their minds, and then maybe your look is the final look that, oh, you know what? That's the look right there, you know?
Yeah. Pretty much what Jolene was saying too.
Yeah.
But it was, you know, a similar but different perspective.
If it's something that you really love, don't quit on yourself. Don't quit on the one thing that you love. Even if it's not this, whatever it is, you know, whatever it is. And just because your name is not shining doesn't mean you're not doing it. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean that you're not living your dream. You know, just because people don't know who you are, that doesn't mean your dream isn't a reality. Right? And it might shine one day or it might not, but the reality is that you are working, you're in the game. For me, that's all I could say.
Well said. Well said.
You know, when Aurelie said that, you know, if you really, really love something, don't quit. You know, don't quit on yourself, because people are quick to, as soon as they get shut down from these auditions, they want to throw in the towel. And I will attest to that, because I was one of those people who were like, you know what? I've been to like dozens and dozens of auditions and I'm done. You know, it does get exhausting. But like, if you're truly passionate and you love what you do, you know, don't just keep at it, you know? And you know, the one thing that she said at the end for her words of wisdom is, even if your name isn't shining, doesn't mean you're not doing it. You know, it doesn't have to be on billboards. It doesn't have to be like, you know, in magazines or just going viral. You know, you're not living your dream just because people don't know who you are. The reality is that you are in the game and you are doing it. So as long as you're doing it, hey, that's all that matters. And I love that. I love that so much. So yeah, she inspired me to want to audition. You know, I want to audition again when the time comes.
Make it happen,
gigs.
girl.
I want to make it happen. Thanks,
a
Aurelie.
Yeah, I mean, I love Aurelie. I love Laura. They were so fun to have on our show.
Yeah, they were. They were funny.
All of our guests. They were so funny. They were just, they have such good energy. I love those guys. I think for me, like, one of my favorite pieces of words of wisdom came from Tiffany Spicer Keys, which was like season 1, episode 3. And she's just talking about how if you're gonna fail, you should fail graciously. You know, you gotta own it when you make a mistake, when you make the wrong decision. Just say, hey, yeah, that was my fault. No one's gonna fault you for making a mistake and owning it. They're gonna fault you for making a mistake and blaming it on somebody else.
Right.
And then finding out that it was your fault, that no one's gonna want to work with you again. But if you are like, yep, I missed that. That was my fault. You know, everyone's gonna be like, yeah, cool, that happens, and no one's gonna bat an eye about it. We're all gonna move on. But you know, I think there's just something to that, you know, to calling out the importance of failing and failing graciously, and not being afraid to take those chances and to fail, because that's how you grow. I mean, look at us with this podcast, like,
right?
This was just this wasn't even the idea originally, and then this is what we got. You know? So, you know, you just got to take the chance.
Don't be afraid to fail, because those are the best times to learn and to show who you are as a person. Because if you can fail graciously, you will succeed even better. You will succeed beyond. And that's a huge thing. Like, fail. But if you do, learn from it and fail graciously. Like, there are times where I mess up all the time. Like, I say, hey guys, this light's not working, or I don't have this side of the rig, or something's wrong. And, you know, I'm not paying attention and it's on my end. And you just had the crew running around for the last hour trying to figure it out. And by owning up to your mistake and saying, oops, guys, you know what? My bad. It was on my end. I am so sorry. First round's on me. Owning up to your mistakes and acknowledging them and telling them how you're going to right your wrongs. I mean, that also speaks volumes. It shows that you learned, that you are not afraid to say that you messed up. That I think is one of the biggest things that people don't realize, that honesty and being able to claim your own faults and failures is a big thing.
I love Tiffany. And she was an alumni, somebody I knew from school, from Cal State Fullerton, that we also worked at Disney together. And then that brings me to one of my favorite wisdom moments. I had to pick 2. I'm sorry.
No. It's hard to choose. We've got a lot to choose. We had a lot to choose.
Yes, it is. But I think the thing, again, following our passion, right? Following your passion. And I think Abel Ceballos, who was a mentor of mine and just a fantastic human being in every sense of the word, you just couldn't help but fall in love with him. I know you guys did. And to have him, again, his whole episode I found just proved that you can have a passion. You can fall into something, fall in love with it. And if you pursue it, you're going to be successful. You are going to be successful. So I really enjoyed his words of wisdom, and I'm not going to try to paraphrase it. I'm just going to let him talk about it.
I think it's really important to follow your passion. If you really feel you're passionate about something, whatever that might be, you better pay attention to that. And then you can think about, how can I either make a living, or where can I learn this, or where can I improve myself, or where can I find out more? And sometimes you might find that maybe it wasn't your passion. But if it is, then you're going to know it, and it's going to be confirmed that it is your passion, and it's best to follow that.
I love Abel.
He is so adorable.
The other day for my birthday, and he was like, "Can you tell the girls I said hi?"
Oh,
He's so sweet.
I just want to like pack them in a little box. And I think I said that before. I want to pack them in a little to-go box and just take them with me. He's so cute and so bite-sized.
I love that. And then someone else, my second words of wisdom, because I have to pick two. And I feel that you guys also liked this one. So it's not like we don't share it. It's not just me. It was Simon Curtis. I loved his episode. I think his episode was number 4, the 4th episode that we recorded. And I just remember tearing up because everything he spoke about resonated. But his words of wisdom about giving yourself permission to do what you love. Again, here we are, because we've done that.
I would just say to right now, give yourself permission to do whatever you want to do, go wherever your heart wants to go, and to be whatever you want to be, because there's nobody stopping you other than you.
Yeah. Thank you.
And if you can go and tell yourself yes in the mirror right now, then you've already won. That's the biggest battle right there.
It's just a great reminder. His whole episode, I felt, was really good, especially when he talked about changing your perspective on things. Don't be jealous of other people. Actually give them props, because that proves that you can do it as well. And that's something that sometimes I struggle with because, the ego gets in the way. But it's a good reminder of like, no, she can do it. I can do it. They can do it. Great. Good for them. Let's give them more power and encourage that so that we can get to a better place in this world. And then again, giving yourself permission to just be who you want to be and do the things that you love.
Yes.
Well said, Renee. So true. Simon was pretty awesome.
Yeah. But I mean, like we said, it's so hard to even like pick these moments because we've had, over 20 episodes at this point now. And we've had so many people on our show, and every episode is like so good in their own way. They're all individual, but we're so grateful to have all of our guests that have been able to join us, literally our friends that we like just call up like, please be on our show.
So thank you guys for doing that, because you've made this show very successful, and we're so happy to shine the light on what you guys do and who you guys are. And, keep them coming, keep them coming. Because even Madeline Malloy, who we interviewed in episode 21, which is our last episode, we didn't know her personally, but we knew her through Frank, who's helping us with videos and all this other stuff. And it's just, she was inspiring too, very inspiring. So it's just good to know that we know all these people. And shout out to Frank for helping us with video.
Yes.
Thank you, Frank.
Thank you, Frank.
Nikki for, helping us with our website.
Thank you,
shout out
Nikki.
to our original artistic director,
Tyler
Gardner.
Thank you, Tyler.
Thank you, Tyler. And thanks to all of our listeners, like Anthony Sierra. Shout out. We have to do it.
Shout out.
Love you, Anthony.
But there's so many people, and if we can name them all, we would. But you know who you are. We thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Please keep listening.
Yeah, and share this podcast with your friends. Because just share it with everybody you know.
Definitely. All the episodes that we just talked about right now, if you haven't heard them yet, take this time to listen. You can go on our website at www.rikikiproductions.com, click episodes, and there you will find season 1 and 2 and our bonus chats. And definitely check out, Simon Curtis's episode, or Abel Zabayos. That's correct, right? Zabayos.
Mm-hmm.
He has this beautiful last name. I don't want to butcher it. And then we also have, Jennifer Kumiyama, and then also Aurelie and Laura, their episodes. So, and Jolene, of course, you got to listen to Jolene.
There's so many. 21 episodes, people.
Yeah, just
21 episodes.
Yeah, listen to all of them. Listen to one episode each day. You'll get
each day.
all
Masterclass in humanity, in artistic humanity. and some Filet-O-Fishes and
yes.
some other shenanigans.
Renee, sing us out.
Yes, sing us out.
What the fun?
Yes.
What the fun? Podcast. 3 girls in a cubicle. I totally almost forgot that.